guys, happy St. Patty's Day. What do you tell a runner who's running a St. Patrick's Day marathon? I wish you good luck. Haha, get it? Anyways, recording from my porch here today. We're on chapter 7, My Story This Time by Junie B. Jones. Principal is the boss of the school. He lives at the office. I have to go there when I am unruly. Unruly is a school word for not being ruly. There is a typing lady there. She isn't allowed to smile. Sit down, she said. She pointed at the blue chair. Yeah, only I don't actually like to sit there, remember that? 'Cause that is where the bad kids sit, and I am not even bad, I explained. I explained that to her every time I go there. The typing lady leaned over the counter at me. She made her face look scary at me. Sit down, she said. I sat down. Then I pulled my frog jumper over my face so nobody could see me. Pull your skirt back down, said the typing lady. Yeah, only I'm actually allowed to do this, 'cause I have on tights, I said. See them? They are green with little tadpoles on them. Just then I heard Principal's voice. Well, well, Junie B. Jones, what a surprise, he said. My mouth dropped all the way open. Hey, I hollered from under my dress. How did you know it's me under here? 'Cause you can't even see my face. Lucky guess, said Principal. After that, I uncovered my head, and me and him went in his office. I climbed up in the big wood chair. Principal looked very tiredish. He rubbed the sides of his baldy head. Okay, let's hear it. What's your story this time, he said. I sat up straight and tall. My Story This Time by Junie B. Jones. Once upon a time, I didn't get invited to a Meanie boy's birthday. And I am the only one in all of room 9 who isn't going. And so that's how come I was moving today. Only Mother brought me to school very stiff. And then I was a buzzy bee. Only Crybaby William is a squealer, and Lucille won't be a good twin. And so then Mrs. yelled at me, and that's how come I had to twist that Jim's head. And now I am sitting here in this big wood chair. I folded my arms on my lap. The end. Principal put his head down on his desk. I peeked at him. Are you laying low? I whispered. He sat up again. Then he called my mother on the telephone. Those two talk very often. This time they talked about the birthday party and how I'm not invited. After he hanged up, Principal looked nicer at me. I guess sometimes we grown-ups think we're the only ones with problems, he said. We forget that even when you're little, life can be tough, can't it, Junie B. Jones? Yes, I said. Life can get your goat. After that, me and him went out of his office, and he lifted me into the blue chair again. I want you to wait here a minute. There's someone I have to talk to before I can get this settled. Yeah, only guess what? I don't actually want to sit in this chair. On account of this is where the bad kids sit. And I'm not even bad. Principal thought and thought, then he snapped his fingers. I think I might have the perfect solution, he said. He went in his office and brought out a giant shopping bag. What if we hide you under here? He asked. If we hide you under this bag, no one will be able to see you at all. I jumped up and down very excited, 'cause hiding is my favorite thing in the whole world, that's why. Principal sat me down in the chair. He put that giant shopping bag over my head. Hey, who turned the lights out? I said. Then I laughed and laughed, 'cause that is called comedy, of course. I bended my knees and pulled them under the bag. I hugged them real tight. Now all you can see is the tippy toes of my shoes, I said, very happy. This is the perfectest solution I ever saw. And so how did you even think of this wonderful thing, I asked. Only Principal didn't answer me back. Because he probably went back to his office already. After that, I hid it inside my bag. I hid it a real long time. It was a jillion years, I think. Guess what? This is taking longer than a minute, I said from inside there. The typing lady didn't answer me. Yeah, only guess what else? My knees are very bended and squished in here. And so this isn't good for my circulation, probably. Just then, my legs started squirming all around, 'cause I was getting ants in my pants. That's why. Hey, doesn't anybody have ears? Get me out of here right now, 'cause I am at the end of my rope in this thing. Plus also, I am getting ants in my... All of a sudden, someone yanked the bag right off my head. It was the scary typing lady. Pants, I said very soft. She took me back to Principal's office. And guess what? That Jim was in there. He was sitting in the big wood chair, and the Principal was frowning at him. Junie B., our friend Jim here has something he wants to say to you. Don't you, Jim? That meanie Jim didn't answer. He kept on looking at his feet. Principal tapped his fingers. "We're waiting, Jim," he said. Then that Jim did a huffy breath, and he said the words, "I'm sorry." Principal raised up his eyebrows. "Sorry for what, Jim? Tell Junie B what you're sorry for." That Jim stared at his feet some more. "I'm sorry I didn't give her an invitation to my party," he said, very grumpity. "But your mother told you to, didn't she, Jim?" said Principal. "Your mother told you to give an invitation to every single person in your class. But you got mad at Junie B, and you decided not to give her one. Isn't that right?" That Meanie boy did his shoulders up and down. "I guess," he said real soft. Principal crossed his arms. "And so what are you going to do to correct the problem?" he asked. Jim waited and waited. Then, all of a sudden, he got down from his chair, and he holded out an invitation to me. My stomach did a flippy flop. "For me? Is that really for me?" I said, very squealing. Then I snatched that thing right out of his hand, and I zoomed all around the room. "Oh boy," I said, "it's really for me, it's really for me. And so now I'm not the only one." I zoomed all around the big wood chair. Principal looked nervous at me. He hurried up and opened his door. Then I zoomed right out of there, and it didn't stop till I got to room 9. All right, boys and girls, I will see you tomorrow with chapter 8, which is called Ruining My Saturday. I wonder what could ruin Junie B's Saturday. Take care.